Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer, and to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just to remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe, and after that click the bell sign. That's where you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Recently, a lot of you may have seen or heard about, I don't know if you have, I don't know if you have, but Suleman made a post on Twitter in which he expressed his intentions to do something for Showore. Let me read to you guys exactly how his post was on Twitter. So this is Suleman on Twitter, and it says, "I'm really worried that nobody is ready to stand shorty for Yele Showore. Yes, he has hurt a lot of people, me inclusive, but do we focus on that and let his but do we focus on that and let his rot?" I think he meant to say let him rot where he is. I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, WVWN. Huh? Do you know what WVWN means? WVWN. Is that a slang or something? Is it like a abbreviation or something? I don't know. Okay, so I just asked my son that is in college and he doesn't know it, so and a lot of them would know stuff like that, but maybe it's a mistake, I don't know. Okay, let me try to read it again. But do we focus on that and let him rot, I think, where he is, even if, I think he meant even if he caused it. I think that's what it means. Even if he caused it in a situation, even if he caused it in a situation like this, what will Christ do? I'm considering standing bail for him. He only said considering. Did you see that? He put considering and he put a quotation mark on it, so he's considering. Well, if you're looking at that tweet, it doesn't mean he's doing it, he's thinking about it, he's considering. That is his post on Twitter. Now, some of the things I actually wanted to address is, to start with, he said that nobody is ready to stand shorty for Showore, for Yele Showore. How did he know that? Because nobody has come up to say, I tried to stand shorty for him, does not mean that nobody has been willing or nobody is ready to do that. You don't know. There are some people that may have tried. I'm not saying there is, but what if some people tried but they did it anonymously? They never made noise about it like he is trying to make noise about it. What if not everybody is a fan of coming out on social media and let everybody know what I'm up to? So we don't know that if other people have tried. Suleman, because other people have not come out like you to publicize themselves on social media, does not mean that nobody is ready to do that. Because he said, I am worried that nobody is ready to stand shorty. How did you know that? How did you know that? Like I said, because people have not come out to make noise about it does not mean people haven't tried or haven't done it privately, quietly, without making noise about it like you. And then he said, yes, he has hurt a lot of people. Please, how many people has Showore hurt? If any of you know of anybody that Showore has hurt, well, leave it in the comment section below. Let us actually all know about this. He said he has hurt a lot of people, not some people, not few, a lot of people. He hasn't hurt me. I'm speaking for myself. Then you speak for yourself, Mr. Suleman, because I don't know of all the so-called a lot of people that Showore has hurt. And this is supposed to be a man of God, and you making a statement like that. How many people has Showore hurt? And even this Suleman, and he said, me inclusive. Can people ask Suleman, what did Showore do? In what way did Showore hurt him? In what way? Because I would like to know. The only time that I ever got to hear about Suleman and Showore, as far as I know, the only connection I know they have has to be the whole story about Otobo. Sahara reporters were the people that gave Otobo all the voice, to publicize her story or whatever. They covered her story from A to Z. So that's the only thing that, as far as I know, that we could say is the way they hurt Suleman. And don't forget that they didn't make up the story. It was, what's her name? The Otobo's story that they shared. They shared Otobo's story. So at the end of the day, it's between you and Otobo. Another thing I want to say about Otobo's story, I've made videos where I talk about that. A lot of things that anybody, even as a Christian, a lot of things that people do whatever, you know, there are times when you say, okay, I have sinned against God, but it's between you and God. To be honest with you, I believe that, you see, not in Nigeria, a lot of Nigerians are used to men being unfaithful or stuff like that. I personally believe that, and I can speak for myself as well, a lot of the things, what people actually found really annoying and the things that really got people angry was not just the story between Otobo, whatever story Otobo was sharing. What got people really angry, Suleman, is the way he handled it, locking the girl up, threatening her, or whatever drama was going on between the girl's mother and Otobo, coming onto the altar and saying things like, even if I want to do that, is it somebody like that? This is a pastor. You can't say that about a human being created by God. Not that the Otobo girl is terrible looking or whatever, but even if she was terrible looking, you don't say that, especially someone that's supposed to be a man of God. Say, is it that one? Like, who are you to say that about somebody? So when it comes to that story about Otobo and Suleman, whether it happened or not, I think that what really got people annoyed was how Suleman handled it. You know, some people felt like, do you think we are stupid? That's one. A lot of people do not like the injustice of, you know, because you're a so-called man of God, you have this money, you can just lock somebody up without a court case, without anything. You just lock somebody up. You know, the way, let me tell you, Suleman, if he did it, you know, will not be the only unfaithful husband in the whole of Nigeria. If he did it, let me say it that way. But the way he handled it made it blow out of proportion. The way he handled it. Like I said, the only thing a lot of people know between him and Showore has to be the exposing of the story that Otobo had to share. That's one. And I'm trying to address this thing about he has hurt a lot of people, in him inclusive. Another thing we can talk about is his so-called prophecies that Sahara reporters have talked about it, that his prophecies are not coming to pass, that he makes all these prophecies and they don't come to pass. So is that the way you say he has hurt you? Because he's saying that truly your prophecies did not come to pass. In newspaper, whatever, article, whatever, write a story and said, okay, look at all your prophecies for the year, they didn't come to pass, so they have hurt you. So why don't you go and sort out your prophecy issues? Go and try and make your prophecies more accurate. Go and work on yourself. So it's not a bad thing that he came out to speak up and say that your prophecies are not coming to pass. That is the way he has hurt you. If any other person knows how Showore has hurt Suleman, leave comment for us. Let us be learning, because some of us don't know. We don't know this so-called hurt him, and the so-called he has hurt a lot of people. Please, he has not hurt me. If he has hurt you, leave your own comment in the comment section below. Let's know all this, a lot of people that Showore has hurt. All I'm just doing is reading his Twitter post, and the another one he wrote is, but do we focus on that and let him rot where he is, even if it has cost, even if he cost it in a situation, even if he cost it, there's no full stop and comma. I'm not, you know, sometimes we forget to put our full stops and commas, but I think he ended where he is, even if he cost it. Now, do we leave him to rot where he is, even though he cost it? That's what he's asking. So how did Showore cost it? Because even till date, it has been said that there's no legal reason for Showore to be held. There's no legal reason for him to be held. Those of you that know legal issues, please, I always say it. I read comments and I learn. Oh, you know, somebody was like, you don't reply to comments. I cannot reply to all the comments, but I read comments and I learn too. I don't know it all. So how did he cost it? Just for asking for a change in the situation of Nigeria. That is how he cost it. That according to Mr. Suleman, so-called man of God, so-called apostle. This is what he's saying. I'll read on. In situation like this, what will Christ do? That is the question Suleman is asking. What will Christ do? Is he asking us, or is he telling us? Me, I don't know. He is supposed to be the one with the knowledge of what Christ will do. Abi, Shebi, he is the apostle. He's asking us, what will Christ do? Okay, but since he does not seem to know, since he does not seem to know what Christ will do, oh yeah, let's tell him now what Christ will do. It's not only me. If you know what Christ will do, you leave it in the comment section. It's not only me that will be explaining all these things. Before we even talk about what Christ will do, Mr. Suleman, let me tell you what Christ will not do. One thing that I know that Christ will not do is post it on Twitter. That at least, if we don't even know what Christ will do, at least we know what he will not do. Christ will not post it on Twitter. Let me tell you, if you decide to help Showore, newspaper will still carry it. Newspaper will still carry it, but you want to be your own newspaper, broadcast it. Even though at the end of the day, though he said, I'm considering, only considering. No, he already tweeted it. He already tweeted it. Only considering. He has not made up his mind. He's only considering. He has already tweeted it. So, like I said, Oga Suleman, you don't know what Christ will do. Let me tell you at least what Christ will not do. Christ will not tweet it. Christ will not tweet it. All this one, you like, and then even if Christ want to help, he will not first of all telling you all your things. Let me tell you, even his story, which let me tell you, Suleman, if he had whatever with Otobo, he did not have till tomorrow. It's still between them and God. Let me tell you, a lot of us have sins now. Even the most born again Christians, everybody falls sometimes. If some people come here now, even some people that believe in comment, if they tell you their own sin, some of you will be in shock. If I tell you my own sin, you'll be like, you summer. But the thing is that God is merciful. We all sin. It is God that is forgiving us. Like, we cannot come here and pray and plan and claim to be perfect. It is God that is forgiving us and even giving us the guts to open mouth and say we are children of God. It is by his mercy. There are some of us, if we tell you I have not killed somebody, anything like that, I'm just saying, but there are some things we've done in our lives that we're not proud of. There are some things in my life that if maybe we like, someone could do that. You know why? Because we all fall. Let me tell you, true Christianity is not the absence of sin, but it is the presence of repentance. So whether Suleman did whatever with Otobo or not, it is not at the end of the day who is the one that has never done something before, who is the one that has never sinned. But the problem, like I said, what he did was he went overboard. He went overboard and dragged the matter and even made it worse than it was supposed to be. So this is not a matter of people coming out to say I am perfect. No, I have never done this. No. I've made a video about how to be a perfect Christian. If you have not seen it, I'll try and link it below. You know, some people say you don't ever talk about what Christians should do. But the truth is that any video that I make, that their pastor's name is not there, they don't click. It's when you mistakenly, boom, there's a pastor name, then they rush. That's the only video we see. All the videos that I have discussed other things about Christian living, no, they will not see all those ones. And they say you don't make any video about it. Because you have not seen it does not mean I've not made the video. That's the thing. Now, so of all our sins and everything, God does not come and say, you have done this, you have done that, but I will still sorry for you. God does not. That's not how Christianity should be. So why, if you want to help somebody, why can't you just say, even you're supposed to be speaking up and say, this boy has not really done anything that warrants what he's going through. You're supposed to be the voice. Maybe they say the prophets in the land. In the Bible, when the Elijahs and Elishas of that time, when they came out and spoke, the kings and rulers of the lands were shaking. These ones, look at what he's saying. Why are you guys not speaking? You claim to be the prophets of our time. You guys are not coming out and speaking up boldly like the prophets of our time that you claim to be. Why are you guys not doing that? It's only when it comes to tithe and offering that you guys will fight with every fiber in your being. Every fiber in your being. You guys should be able to come up and speak up boldly when you claim to be the prophets of our time, boldly about the situation of the country, boldly about somebody being locked up for no proper legal reasons. No, does God not speak with you guys? Does he not speak with you? Does he not tell you guys these things? So what message, if the prophets of the old can come out and tell the king, the Lord has said release this person, the Lord has said do this, the Lord has said the Lord is not happy with you for so and so, why is the same Lord in the Bible? Why is he not speaking to you guys so that you guys can come out boldly and speak to the rulers of our time? How? Why? They don't come up and speak up. And like I said, another thing Jesus will not do is remind somebody of all their sins before he does something for them and telling them, you have hurt everybody, you have hurt a lot of people, but I'm just gonna Jesus will not do that. Okay, Mr. Suleman. Okay, Mr. Suleman. You don't know what Jesus will do. At least I've told you two things that Jesus would not do. One, Jesus will not count his sins before helping him. And secondly, Jesus will not tweet it. Mr. Suleman, Jesus will not tweet it. Since you're a pastor that is supposed to know the Bible and teach the people, you don't know what Jesus will do. Let's all come and be educating you, Nabi. Let us all come and be educating you. I've said my own. I've said what I want to say. Your own opinion. Comment section is there. Feel free to leave your own opinion in the comment section. And with that, I'm just going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.